I think they turned out quite well. Have a look. Hello, my name is Paulette and welcome back to Time for Keto. Previously, I made a flatbread that had cottage cheese in it. I was very skeptical, but it actually turned out really well and I really liked it. So today I've decided I'm going to make waffles with cottage cheese in it. Each waffle has only 265 calories and 2.8 grams of carbs. So I think we need to get started on this recipe. So what you'll actually need today for this recipe is a blender, because you want to smooth out all of those ingredients that are clumpy, such as cottage cheese. And you also want the flour to blend in really well with the cottage cheese mixture and so on. We also need a waffle maker. Now I have the 2 waffle maker, so it doesn't matter what you have. This is the one I'm going to be using, and I'm not going to preheat this just yet. I will wait until I get all my ingredients blended in the blender first, and then I'll turn it on my waffle maker. It's just that it heats up very quickly and it's not necessary to have it on at the moment. Before we do anything, I'm just going to whisk the eggs before we put it in the blender. And I just think that the waffles turn out a lot better when you whisk the eggs first. So just a quick whisk. Okay, I think that's ready to go. And then we are going to get our blender ready. And the first ingredient that we're going to put is 2 cups of almond flour. Our next ingredient is cottage cheese. Now this cottage cheese is 97% fat-free, and it's a protein-based cottage cheese. I can't seem to find full-fat cottage cheese for some reason. Just doesn't seem to be around. But anyway, here we have 105 grams of cottage cheese, which is half a cup. So let's get that in there. The next ingredient we're going to use is 30 grams or 1/4 cup of brown sugar sweetener. Put that in there. Teaspoon of baking powder. Also have 125 mils or half a cup of almond milk, which is unsweetened. Now you can vary the amount that you use for this, because if you want the consistency to be a little bit thinner, you might want to add more, or thicker waffles, you might want to add less. But let's just assess for now. 125 mils there. Let's get our eggs in there too. I have 4 eggs, which I've whisked. So let's get that in there. Last but not least, we got some vanilla. So I'm just going to use my eyes. I'm going to be putting 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So let's just do 1, 2. All right. And now we blend this. Just see how, oh, that looks pretty good. I do think we need to just clean the sides a bit and whisk it just for a little bit longer. But I do like the consistency, and I will show you in a minute what that looks like. Let's just give that another whisk. You can see that did not take long at all. Okay, well, here you have it. So it's definitely waffle consistency. I like that. It looks really good to me. I think I could probably add a little bit more milk, but I'm just going to test out a couple of waffles the way it is at the moment. And if I just think it's way too thick, I'm going to add some more milk. So you also need to assess that, I guess. let's get that waffle maker on and let's start making some waffles. I've just transferred the batter into a measuring cup. You have a look, that's around 2.5 cups of batter right there. So that's quite a bit of batter. We want to try and get 6 waffles out of this batter. And what we're going to do first, it's heated up. You see the steam coming from the waffle maker. I'm going to use coconut spray to spray the waffle irons, just in case I don't want it to stick, because there isn't any oil in this batter. All right. And I always notice that the first lot that I make just never seems to turn out the best. But anyway, let's just give this a go. I'm just going to do 3/4 of the waffle iron with batter. Let's see what happens. And I can say that we have now 1.5 cups of mixture here. So yeah, it looks like we can do possibly 6 to 8 waffles with this mixture and these ingredients. So let's just wait and see how this turns out and we'll assess. I just want to show you what 2 minutes in the waffle maker looks like. So let's just lift that up. So that's not too bad. Well, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? I think I could probably fill the waffle irons up just slightly more, but let's let that cook. How we'll know that these are ready, you will see the steam just coming out of the waffle maker, and it's just basically saying all the moisture is gone and it's ready. You can also always just double check and look at the color. I still think it needs a bit more to go. I want mine to be slightly browner. And another thing is, depending on your waffle maker, my waffle maker at the moment is on maximum heat. Now, it just could be my waffle maker. Your waffle maker might be much stronger and not necessarily need it to be on maximum heat. So just, again, it's just assessing what you have, and it's always going to be slightly different to what I have. So it's been around another 3 minutes from that time. So I think all up, it's taken around 6 minutes to make these waffles. So let's have a look. I think this looks good. What do you think? It's that color that I was looking for. I'll bring it closer so you can have a look and see what I'm talking about. What do you think? I think that's perfect color. I do think that we could put a bit more mixture in there. As you can see, it's not filling up the whole waffle iron. But for our first lot, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to get these onto the serving dish. I don't want them to burn. And I'm going to continue with the rest of the waffle batter. And then, yeah, I'm going to do that in fast motion. And once that's all done, I'll show you what it all looks like. And we're going to do the next step, which is the taste test. So let's get to it. I think they turned out quite well. Have a look. I forgot to mention that every time I did pour some more waffle mixture into the waffle maker, I did spray it first. I think it's time. Let's do that taste test. So I'm going to grab my plate, and this is going to be a very simple waffle. So I'm just going to grab, let's see, let's try and find the nicest waffle. How about this one? I grabbed the waffle and I have some strawberries that I've just cut up and some sugar-free maple syrup. So let's assemble this. All right. And a few strawberries. Now you can do anything you want. You could add keto ice cream, keto cream, chocolate fudge sauce. You can make chocolate waffles if you really wanted to, just to add some cocoa powder to the mixture. So there's different variations, and here we have it. You can see that? I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? All right, let's see how this tastes. That's delicious. I cannot fault it. It's really nice. It has a wonderful texture. And if I would have gone to a friend's place and they made me these waffles, or even to a cafe or wherever, I would not have a clue that there was cottage cheese and almond flour in this waffle. So that's impressive to me. And that makes me really, really happy. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you liked this video. It really does help the channel if you do like my videos, because the algorithm picks up on likes and it picks up on comments and definitely picks up on subscribers. So if you're happy to, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. And until next time, I will see you soon. I'm just gonna have a bit more.